Good afternoon, everybody. This is Mike from Flight Sim Adventures here. I've got a fun day for you planned here. We're with the developer of Glider Sim by 5DRealities, and we're going to talk about some of the new features and basically the history of this awesome little simulator for those that are interested in soaring flight, which is, for some that know me will know that's a pretty cool topic. So from there, well, I guess we'll hand it over. Welcome, Joey.
Well, Mike, how's it going?
It's good. Nice day on the ridge here.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, pleasure to talk to you. Look forward to telling you more about Glider Sim here.
Oh, that's awesome. It's been a really fun experience in the community so far with the Discord and the development. I mean, you push out updates quicker than anybody I know. It's it's pretty awesome seeing how much you get done in such a little bit of time, which is it's been awesome.
Yeah, may not be like super large updates all the time, but always bug fixing.
Yeah, it never ends in this industry, that's for sure.
Yep, keeping busy.
Um, so why don't you tell us a little bit about the how this all got started?
Yeah, let's see where to begin. I've always been interested in flight ever since I was a little kid, especially like gliders, just like paper airplane gliders and model airplanes, and and then I kind of got into flight sim when I got a computer finally in my late teenage years, and fell in love with flight simulation. Um, would play around with like the SDK in that game and try to make some little scenery. I remember I was making some missions and stuff for Flight Simulator 10, I think it was. And then I ended up landing a little contract work for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I've been doing game development since that. I think I was at the age of 20, and I'm 34 now, so
Nice.
15 years working on games.
No, that's awesome.
Um, yeah, but a long story short, was working on, I think Microsoft Flight was the last title I worked on. Then the whole team got laid off. As you know, it's like a French studio that kind of took over that project. But yeah, and then I ended up doing like a side project with my old boss. And that was building training applications for like general aviation simulators.
Okay, that's
And
cool.
yeah, we were using the old Flight Simulator 10 code base and so forth. That lasted a little while, um, but ended up going through like a some health issues. I have like a autoimmune disease that acted up pretty bad, and I couldn't really work anymore full time. But anyways, during my time off, I got into virtual reality and tried that out and saw that was the future, and then ended up making a little game called Glider Island, and produced that for 2 years. Kind of got the idea how to make a game in Unity, and then I wanted to kind of switch gears, focus on a more realistic simulator, and I saw there's a lot of paragliding pilots out there, and there wasn't a good paragliding VR simulator yet, and that's what brought me into starting Glider Sim.
Right on. Yeah. For those that don't know, this is primarily a VR simulator. Even though I'm using flat screen and a mouse or a mouse and keyboard or even a gamepad to fly, um, those that use in VR are absolutely enjoying this. And some folks are even building rigs to fly it, in their own basement using an actual paraglider rig. So it's pretty awesome to see that being use. We'll get on that topic a little bit later. But yeah, that's so super cool. And for somebody like me that has a lot of history in the old flight simulators, I always wanted a good canopy simulator, and this is by far the first one that I've experienced that was actually good, and accurate, and it's just fun, you know. And the community's been great too, so that's awesome. Coming from
Yeah, glad to hear you're enjoying. Kind of shooting for more like as realistic physics as possible, uh, with the limitations of,
of
current
computers.
game engines,
Yeah,
but
right, right. Yeah, that's what you can do. I mean, by far this has been so much fun, and every time you update it, it gets even better. So, which is great. And that kind of brings me to the next question. You know, the short and long term goals. We've had, you know, on the Discord, we've definitely had several good inputs from, you know, real world pilots that are in the community flying this, and it's so cool to hear them talk about how realistic this feels. Um, you know, for somebody that's always had an interest in this type of flying but never really had access to it, it's kind of the you know the next closest thing that we'll ever experience. So it's pretty cool.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, the my original vision is to create the most ultimate realistic virtual reality flying experience. Um, which, we start out with paragliding because that seems like, if you want to experience soaring, paragliding is the place to start. And fairly basic, not too intense, and a great way, yeah, to yeah, experience flying in VR. And yeah, of course, I want to get into other modes of flying like hang gliders and maybe wingsuits and stuff would be super cool down the road.
Yeah, it all sounds awesome.
Um, yeah, but mainly just kind of focusing paragliding first, and then maybe more gliders down the road, more types of flying.
Yeah, which right now I mean really already have three with the paraglider, the speed wing, the mini wing, and the paramotor. We already have four gliders in the sim, plus the new addition of the drone camera, which is we'll do a little display of that in a little while. But that's the newest feature I think in the sim is the drone that you added, which is really good to be really cool for content creators to actually like film our multi or the multi player sessions, you know, in a realistic manner, which is really cool. It's
Yeah, yeah, the drone was interesting. Like we started off with the spectator cam, right?
right.
And then people are like, it should act more like a real drone. And then I kind of dove into the drone world there for a little bit, checked out some other drone simulators, and I'm like, oh wow, this is pretty fun. Let's add a FPV racing drone to the game. We got
Yeah,
a drone. We got a
yeah,
racing drone now.
yeah. Which I mean, from the other day, just messing around with it, it is absolutely a blast. If you want to just rip around the scenery and at speed, it's almost close to flying the Speedwing, which is exhilarating as it is, and and for those that are flying it in VR, probably terrifying at times. uh,
Yeah, yeah.
which is really cool. Um, so that's so we're at the let's see where we at on the list here. Of course, the building of the community, which is we've got the Discord, and I don't know what other communities you have as far as the Steam, and you also do this for the Quest as well.
Yeah, the Quest version, I released, I think it was like spring or early summer of 2022, and mainly focusing on kind of developing the Steam version out first, and then we'll
Right.
do a major update on the Quest platform again. Um, yeah, I want to mention the Quest platform is kind of the biggest goal at this point, um, as well as Steam. But goals to kind of get on the main Quest store within the next year or so.
Nice.
Um,
Yeah, I guess you have
That's
limitations with Quest, don't you, for as the output that you can produce with that, right?
right. Yeah, the scenery's got to be extremely optimized. So you'll get, fairly good scenery on the PC version. Um, I could make it even more like detailed, like have the trees and scenery be more detailed, but to run smoothly in VR, it's got to be extremely optimized. And if I'm going to port it over to the Quest, then I can't really go all out
Right.
with the scenery. So can't really get like the Unreal Engine 5 kind of type of scenery
Oh, that would be
quite yet.
that'd be fantastic, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but still, it's one of the biggest landscapes ever created in the Unity game engine. And the fact that it's running on a mobile device is in VR at 90 frames a second is quite an achievement. So,
Right on. Yeah, I mean, on PC it looks phenomenal. I just top landed here at the thing. I'm going to switch over to a Speedwing just to give some folks a little bit an idea what that looks like.
all right, I'll switch over here to
We'll go to Site 2. I think is our favorite go-to for that one.
Site 2.
Um,
Okay.
but at least for this location. Uh,
Yeah, I'll go first. You can kind of.
oh,
Uh,
already Ron.
all right, you'll go first. Yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool if you follow me down. Maybe,
Just zipping. I'll kind of
yeah,
climb out
I'll
here.
put on the speed bar here. You could try to find me. I'll just follow the cliff here.
Where you at? Oh, there you are. Visual.
Yeah, so the speed wing is the fastest wing in the game currently.
Yeah, it is absolutely a blast to fly, and you just did the harness update too, which looks great too. Um,
Yeah, based off of like a real harness in the real world.
yeah, and that's one thing that's been really great about the community has been putting a lot of input in, and the feedback is always recepted well, and you've done really good with keeping up with requests and things like that. So that's been awesome. You've done a really good job with that. Something lacking in plenty of other games is the good rapport with the developers. So hats off to you for keeping up with that. And that's been one of the best things about it. Really you know is that
Yeah,
keeping up with everybody's hopes and desires for what this awesome little simulator can become.
yeah. The Discord community's been great providing feedback and reporting bugs, and got like a wish list on there. So be sure
Yeah,
to join the Discord and kind of.
yeah.
I'm
I'll
listening to all the feedback on there. So
yeah. Once I get this uploaded, I'll be uploading the Steam link as well as the Discord link in the description. So make sure you check below. Here we go. Let's have some fun here.
yeah, let's kind of do some loops here. To the left, there's the big they call it the crack.
Yeah, yeah. We have some fun through there, don't we?
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of challenge to fly through there.
Couldn't tell you how many times I've smacked into that wall. Good thing it's a simulator.
Yeah.
I think I got below you there, no big deal. Find a place to land. Uh,
Oh yeah, I'm behind you now.
but yeah, we've
Yes.
got a couple of good folks that fly that actually fly swoop stuff in the real world, and they've had a lot of good comments on the swooping ability of this canopy and how realistic it feels, and that's a really cool knowledge coming into it, knowing that it works that well.
Yeah, should mention the physics are try to get them as accurate as possible. So the every cell in the glider is modeled, and like when you pull back on the brakes, that's all like modeled as it would act in in real life. Um, so yeah, kind of close attention to trying to get the physics as accurate as possible. All right, I'm gonna
Glider.
come in right behind
Nice
you.
running landing here. Turn my head back around. There you are. Sweet. A little jittering on the camera here. We'll get back up to the top here and launch in the paraglider again. Um,
All right.
Actually, I'll go ahead and jump in the drone, and
All right, you want me to do the paraglider and you can kind of.
yeah, that's fine. Um, so I'm in the auto hover just behind you here.
Yeah, see if you could try to follow me in the drone.
But this is one of the newest features, so it takes a little getting used to.
Yeah, there's the auto hover mode, which acts like a typical DJI drone.
Yep.
Um, then there's the more advanced modes that are like simulate the racing drones. So you could toggle between three modes, I think angle mode and then acro mode.
Yep.
And oh, looks like we had someone join the game. Um, yeah. Um, so yeah, acro mode's pretty fun. I don't know. I've just got into racing drones this week, and racing is pretty fun. And you kind of the idea is you can do some chasing photography.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I'm using it now with the. I'll go ahead and turn off the HUD now. I got it where I want it, but
nice.
yeah, it's and of course it sounds like a fleet of hornets behind you, but that's real life for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and it's pretty maneuverable. I'm gonna, it
Yeah.
is one of
So
those cool things. But the, so features-wise, currently, I mean, that's pretty much we've covered most of that. We have, there's the two maps that we have now, which is the original map, um, and this one here, the Switzerland map, which I think is the most popular currently. Um,
yeah, we got Sun Valley, Idaho, and then Switzerland here. Um, and then yeah, looking to add one final map for the full version, and kind of contemplating where that's going to take place next.
Yeah, we haven't.
Uh,
I know there's been a little speculation. I'm gonna go do a little zipping around here. Uh,
yeah, maybe somewhere in near Salt Lake City, or the mountains in let's see, New Zealand. I'm
oh
kind of
yeah, that'd be
leaning
cool.
towards. Um, yeah, I kind of got to do some research. What scenery is kind of the available with the highest resolution, so forth.
Right. Yeah, because I mean these are really pretty cool maps that you've made in a relatively short amount of time when you put them together, um, using whatever method that you're using to create the maps. So that's
Yeah,
been
try to get super high resolution height maps so we get all those canyons and cliffs and everything in the game.
right. Well, yeah, because that's what everybody's gonna want to go fly through.
Right, yeah. And then it's like splat map technology overlaid on top of satellite imagery. So yeah, try to represent the real world location as accurately as possible.
Yeah, within the means of the game engine, of course.
Yeah, yeah, yep. That's it. It's a challenge, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, you've done a phenomenal job on it. I mean, I'm about to fly up through the crack now. This is a real
Oh, okay.
location that, there's videos of guys speed flying through this thing, and it's absolutely terrifying. Um,
Right.
obviously, they're flying down
Yeah.
it and not up it like I am right now, but we've had,
I'm sure someone's flown a drone up there before.
oh yeah, I guarantee it, guarantee it. But coming down this thing with the, 70 mile an hour in a speed wing is got to be terrifying, and it's a lot of fun in the simulator. So,
Yeah, in the simulator, you don't have to risk your life either. So,
yep, exactly. I'm making my way back to you now. Um, I mean, that's pretty much, I think, all the topics that we discussed, other than the amount of the real pilot input. Um, you know,
yeah, let's see. Maybe let's see more features we want to add. Um, like I said, another map. Well, I want to have probably a hand glider before full release.
yeah, that'd be cool.
Um, and let's see some achievements. So each map will have like 10 achievements, and gotta kind of work on adding some more like 3D buildings and
Right.
kind of scenery to explore.
Yeah, some little
Um,
Easter eggs. I think we've talked about like climbers and things that are on some of the cliff faces that you can go find. And
right, like sheep or whatnot on the mountainside, or like deer, some wildlife kind of things to explore.
yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, yeah,
And I
and
guess you're still contemplating the moving map kind of thing where we can plot our own uh,
yeah,
challenges and things.
the map I'm gonna start probably this week. Try to no, there's currently not a map feature that you can just kind of see where you're at,
Right.
and a GPS kind of deal. And then yeah, we'll get that map feature in there. You'll be able to choose your starting location on that map, and let's see what else. Maybe start some challenges from the map as well. Got to build out some more challenges. Thought about maybe like leaderboards um, for different, speed flying challenges, or maybe paragliding, racing
Yeah, like
challenges.
cross country challenges type of stuff. And
Yeah, right. Cross country challenges. So still got a lot of work on the challenges front. Um, but yeah, each map should have some challenges and some achievements. And yeah, then we'll probably look for final release. Probably by the end of this year is kind of what I'm hoping for, if all goes smoothly.
yeah, I mean, I'll hope for it for sure. And it's it only gets better and better every time you update this thing. So it's we have full faith that that's going to be a possibility of going to full release, if nothing else, getting it to that point where it's close to it. And yeah, this
Yeah,
is
let's see. Well, I'm like a what, year and a half, 2 years into development here. So
yeah, that's
yeah, got to get it out here.
yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna
that's still
survive. So.
yeah, that's true. It's still very small numbers compared to some of the simulators out there that end up with like 10 or 12 years in development, and they're still not technically full release. So it's yeah, it's still something to be pretty proud of, the creation that you got going on here. and
Yeah,
uh, and the fact that real pilots are taking an interest in it. I think that's even cooler. In the long run, looks
yeah.
like we got I don't know who it is. I don't have the names turned on, but somebody
It's
else
like we
is
got Orhan joined in the multiplayer.
right on. I don't know
Yeah,
that.
well, I was gonna mention maybe might add some AI to the game as well. So if you're just in single player, you can spawn some AI, hopefully, in the AI paragliders, and they'll kind of, depending on how smart I get them, they'll
I was gonna say
chase
that's gonna be tricky.
chase thermals, chase ridge lift, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, almost be like the Easter egg thing that you were talking about. The AI, I think for the flying might be a little bit tricky.
Yeah, that's going to be a tricky one. I don't know where I'm going to place it on the, to-do list here. Um, but it would be nice to have it for the drone pilots as well, so they have chase subjects they can practice their
Oh yeah,
drone filming.
that's true. Yeah, the having like AI hikers and stuff like on the thing, and I know pretty much it's a fixed daytime currently. I don't know if you had any plans of making the like the day cycle to where it's sunrise to sunset kind of thing, if that was even an option. But I think you have.
Oh yeah, some lighting. Probably won't get to dynamic light. I mean, it is dynamic lighting on the PC version. Problem is when I switch over to the Quest, it can't support dynamic lighting. So
Right,
having just one kind of daytime setting, I'm probably going to stick with in Glider Sim 1.
right.
Maybe a couple of years down the future might be able to support dynamic time of day and everything. And then the wind would change. Maybe the thermals would die down a little bit when the sun going down.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, that would make sense. Like having a morning to where it's real calm, and then you get the the morning build up and afternoon peak of the conditions, and then it dies down through the afternoon again. That would be really cool for the cross country contest stuff. Would be really cool there.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yes, someday a little out of scope for this first version, but always
We have hopes, but it's on the list of
yeah.
things.
Yeah,
Well,
someday, right? Be super cool.
yeah, I'm hoping to at some point be able to enjoy this in VR myself. So, um,
Yeah. Oh, hey, we might get the track IR up running here soon.
yes, that was great news hearing that that they'll they're going to be helping you with that and trying to get that figured out. That'll be a great thing for those of us that use Track IR. Uh,
Yeah, I think said it should be arriving this week, so plug that in kind of for those that use the track IR. Never really played with it before, so we'll see that's all about.
right. Yeah, it's different. It takes a little getting used to, but and I've gotten used to using the the stick on the Xbox controller here to look around, so it's not terrible. But
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and then yeah, you need to look to get that VR headset.
yeah, that that might take a little bit more work. But that's a whole different conversation. But I think that might conclude what we've had planned for today. I think, is there anything else that you want to add before we close
Not
it out?
really. I think we covered most of the basics, or
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of what Glider Sim's all about. So
yeah. It's a phenomenal little community, and it's growing every day. And it's a lot of fun. It's for those of us that like soaring, this is definitely one worth checking out. Um,
yeah, it's great for real world pilots, but those who just want to see what paragliding is all about too.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well,
And
thanks, Joey,
yeah,
for taking the time, and of course, we'll continue the conversation on Discord. But yeah, look forward to seeing some new folks on the ridge soon. Have a great day, everybody.
you have